Spider-Man Far From Home came out a couple weeks ago, and right before Christmas, I think, like the week before Christmas. Um, and so we're gonna talk about it. Roll the intro. Fuck. Welcome back to another episode of the Problems on Problems podcast. I am your host, Mike Santee, and this week, let's just address this part first. Hopefully it won't affect the show as much. Did not anticipate this, but all right, moment of transparency. I fucked up. I royally fucked up. I let go of something. I let go of someone that meant the world to me. It took me until this weekend of losing her to understand exactly what I had given up. I let myself fall in love. Yes, your boy was in love. I've been in love before. It is a big deal. I don't do it often. But yeah, I never admitted to myself that I'd fallen in love with this person because all the other dumb reasons that you don't, and the reasons why you should, because you think you sound too clingy, you think you sound all this other stuff. You're scared of what their reaction's going to be. And honestly, I lied to myself and I lied to her in thinking that just because we were unable to communicate for a little bit, that meant that we wouldn't be able to communicate moving forward. I'm not taking all the blame for everything that's transpired, but I will take ownership for the fact that I let myself get distracted of trying to figure out stuff in life, and I didn't think I could do both. I didn't think I could juggle that. And now understanding the alternative, yeah, guys, I really fucked up. In case you haven't noticed, this entire week I've just been spiraling, which is perfect to do at the end of the year. But yeah, whatever they're doing, I hope they're happier. I hope she is happier. I hope she's at peace with her decisions, because she deserves it. Far be it from me to wish anything else but happiness for her. And so yeah, now you guys get to see me be a simp, get to see me be super emotional right now, or as emotional as I'm gonna let myself get on camera. But yeah, if there's anything to learn from this, just hold on to your people tighter, hold on to them closer, do not give up on them, and do not be afraid to don't be afraid to lose something. Because, yeah, don't be afraid to lose something, because sometimes it's a reminder that you're alive and that you cared, and that there's something that's earned that much of your heart, where it hurts when it's not there anymore. Love you always. Yeah. But yeah, now we don't have to take a weird break. If anything, let's keep the show on the road. But we move back to Spider-Man. Hold on, guys. I gotta. Okay. The realness of living life, but the show must go on, and by the show is I really want to talk to you guys about Spider-Man, because it's worth talking about. But Spider-Man Far From Home, this one by far was the best. Okay, we're back. You know what? I'm not even gonna cut this. This is real life. This is what happens. Spider-Man Far From Home. was, in my opinion, the best live action Spider-Man that I've seen in my entire life. It's still a second to Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, but yeah, live action wise, I think it was great. I don't want to spoil too much for you guys, so if you haven't seen it yet, like don't listen to this part now. Just listen to listen to the depressed dude at the beginning. Lament of how he messed up in life again. And so spoilers. Spoilers if you haven't seen it by now. Gosh, you follow a coming of age story, if you want to call it that, for Peter Parker. Really his first sense of not true loss, because he lost Tony Stark and things like that. The first sense of loss that starts to harden him as a character. You see him in Spider-Man Homecoming, where is that the one? I don't remember. But you see him in his first iteration, Tom Holland's first iteration of Spider-Man in the Avengers and all that other stuff, and like his own Spider-Man movie. And he's this kid. He's a kid that got powers, got to the Avengers. Then pair that with the loss of Tony Stark later on, and then regaining him, and then losing him again, or dying. I guess if dying, turning into dust, coming back to life, relearning everything, but then also dealing with like the real loss of Tony Stark, which is what you saw him go through in the second Spider-Man movie, where he goes to Homecoming, where he goes to Europe, fights a bad guy, all this other stuff. And now we're here where Spider-Man wants to make everybody forget that he was Spider-Man. In his attempt to do that and change the spells and all that other stuff, he goes to Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange says, I guess I'll help you. In the process of making those spells, he asks for extra things, or that like some people would remember him and some wouldn't. It messes up the spell, and basically it opens up a tear in the fabric of the universes. You start to see bad guys like the Green Goblin come back from the dead into this universe. Doc Octo, stuff like that. Jamie Foxx's character, who I really think was actually a good one. And like the Sandman, things like that. But you see this Peter Parker try and help out, which ultimately try and help all these people like be able to go back to their universes without dying. All this leads to eventually these villains, some of them turning on him, which results in the death of Aunt May, which has taken a lot of movies to get to. But yeah, Aunt May dies, and it was a weird scene, because you'd not grown up, but you'd seen these people, and like I think as an adult you get to really register things on a different emotional scale than as a kid seeing these movies. And so you really get to understand and feel the loss that character's going through, lead into how they're going to save the day, and that other Spider-Man from every universe comes in for a tag team. So we're talking Tobey Maguire's Peter Parker, Andrew Garfield's Peter Parker, and Tom Holland's Peter Parker and Spider-Man, all in one movie trying to beat the bad guys. They kind of do, kind of don't, and it inevitably ends with the spell being basically corrected, where nobody remembers who he is. In order to protect these people, no one knows who he is. The end scene, oh my God, the end scene is what gets me. He then goes into this coffee shop after his girlfriend, MJ, who he's like sacrificed his life for, who's almost died for him multiple times. He sees her at the coffee shop, and he's prepared this big long speech to tell her like who he is and how she has forgotten him and what's happened, and then just lets her be. Lets her live her life without him interacting. And ooh, man, I was pissed at that. Okay, here we go. I was pissed at that scene at the beginning, because I thought like that's a dumb childish thing to do. Like, you obviously love this person, go fight for this person, go do whatever. And it wasn't until this past weekend of going through life where I realized that like maybe sometimes the best thing that you can do for somebody is erasing yourself from their life and erasing whatever influence or impact you had on their life. And it took me until right now to understand that sometimes that's better than trying to fight. Whew. But anyways, this is gonna be such a weird episode. I apologize in advance. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm not. This is life, but also like this is a mess. But let's take a break, another break, I guess. Come back. We'll talk about the great debate, and then we'll get you guys out of here for a happy new year. Okay, I'm sorry to bring you guys down. And we're back. We are back. We're back with the great debates. In the last episode, I asked y'all, Charlotte FC primary kit, is it for the crown or is it not for the crown? What are you thinking about it? And 69 of you said that you're not about it, that you don't think it's for the crown, that you don't think this thing is legit. And number one, props to the number. But number two, I see where you guys are coming from. I still have my feelings about it. I'm still not going to walk back the comment that I said that it looks like an Arsenal ripoff, but I do think that there still is hope. There's still hope for 2 more kits. Everything will be groovy. We have I just hope that the kits that have been leaked, or like the ideas that have been leaked, are not true. So fingers crossed on that. But yeah, we still have 2 more kits. This is just a primary one for home games so we don't clash with any other teams. It's a very distinct blue, but 69% of you said that you're not about it. Which brings me to, oh shit. Oh yeah, it brings me to this week's. Okay, I was going to do something else this week, but honestly, this is a way better thing. We don't need to bring down this episode anymore. Which of these 3 do you think you have the best odds at fighting out of a tiger, a brown bear, and a silverback gorilla? So out of those 3, which do you think you have a better chance with surviving, at least? Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the polls if I'm gonna stick my, if I'm fighting this thing. So here's the thing: you're for sure gonna die, regardless. Which honestly, welcome. So it's really just like, how quickly do you want to die? Because it's going to happen. And if I'm going to do that, I'm going to pick a tiger, mainly because most apex big cats will at least sever your spinal cord first, or like go for the jugular to kill you faster. So they're smart enough to kill you faster. A bear will eat you alive, and sometimes they'll eat you alive from the booty first. And then I don't know what silverback gorillas do. I don't know what they're capable of. Like, I'm not trying to figure that out in a fight, like one-on-one to the death kind of thing. So I'm going to say tiger. But yeah, let me know. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the polls, and we'll get it cracking. But with that, we move on to the follows. And this week, honestly, follow whoever you want. If you've been watching this long in this episode, you know it's been a fucking train wreck and a half since this thing started. I'm so sorry for being, I don't know, being anything that's not your favorite host. It's a rough one. We're still going to do it. But this week, just, be safe for this New Year's. Follow whoever you want. Yeah, follow whoever you want. Keep those New Year's Eve kisses close. And I hope all you guys have a great New Year's. We'll see you next year, and I won't be nearly this depressed. Yeah. With that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the Problems on Problems podcast channel. Don't forget to follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Pandora, all that good stuff, wherever else you can find podcasts. And don't forget to follow us at Problems on Problems Podcast on Instagram. I think I already said that. And then, per usual, follow your boy at Mike Santi 18 on all social medias. But like I always say, guys, if it's not a good time, hope it's a good story. And I will see you next time.